whoever said that black is the staple color clearly never owned dogs. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Brianna and this is For Paws in a Book. I make book and lifestyle related content, so if that's something that you're interested in, make sure that you hit that subscribe button down below. Today I'm going to talk about all of the books that I bought in the month of September. It was a lot. It was a lot of books. In the month of September, I purchased 23 books, which is a lot, and I need to rein it in again. I was doing really well for a while, and then I wasn't. Some of these are for video projects. Some of them are ongoing series. Some are, like, we have Book of the Month, obviously, and then I did a Thrift Books order because I had some free credits on there, and so I bought books. I understand that it's a lot, and I will be implementing a new, I don't want to say a book buying ban, but if you watch Jessica Williamson, her, TBR Takedown, I think is what it's called, I'll link her channel down below. You know what I'm talking about. I am going to be starting a new series on my channel called Tackling the TBR Mountain, and basically the idea will be to read more books than I bring in, because right now that's not happening, although close. I mean, I read 14 things in the month of September, and I am bringing in 23, and a couple of them I've already read, so it's okay. I mean, it's not okay, but that's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to do I'm going to figure out what my starting number is, and we'll just go from there. Basically, we're just going to try to get that number down a little lower than it is right now, and that's going to be my project going into 2022. That being said, let's talk about the books that I am bringing in this month. These are going to be added into that starting number, and then we'll go from there. I don't know what that number is. I'm a little scared to know what it is, let's be honest. The first thing I'm going to haul is actually the thing that just came in the mail today, and that is this. This says Words Matter. It's from Scribd. Christine, from the other Christine that reads, actually won a giveaway for her and a buddy reader. And since her and I buddy read a lot of books together, she picked me, and it just showed up today. And it is very comfy. It's so soft. We love that. However, black was a poor life choice. So, there's that. Thank you so much, Christine, for picking me, and yeah, anyways, let's talk about some books. We're going to start with Book of the Month. I have 3 books from September. October's box has not come in yet, so we'll talk about September. I did get 3. I'm not affiliated with Book of the Month, but I will have my referral code down below. If you click on that, then you get your first box for, I think, $9.99, and I get a free book as well. So it helps me out a little bit. Not that I need any more, but, yeah, anyways. Let's talk about this. So I got The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood, and this is apparently Kylo Ren and, what is it, Reylo? Is that the... Anyway, fan fiction. It is about a professor and a PhD student, not her professor, different one in the department. And they start fake dating for some reason, and I don't know. I've heard some really good things about it, but I've tried to keep the reviews to a minimum, so I've just heard, very minimal praise, if that makes any sense. Really looking forward to this. I know Bethany really liked it. I think Mara from Books Like Whoa really liked it, so, yeah. I think it's going to be, cute and funny. And this is going to be a great book. Maybe not right now, because, I'm into the spooky season right now, but seasonal depression is going to hit in January, and that's when all the romance starts coming in. That's when I start reading the cute and fluffy to kind of ward off the seasonal depression, and that's when this book is going to come in. The next book that I picked up was Sky Falling by Mia McKenzie. This book was recommended to me by Kaylee at the Dog-Eared page, and it was one of the ones that I kind of skipped when it came out as the book of the month, and then I picked it up at a later month. This is about a woman who, I think she's, kind of old, not older, but, so she's approaching 40. So when she was 26 and broke, Sky didn't think twice about selling her eggs and happily pocketed the cash. And now that she's approaching 40, this 12-year-old girl actually like approaches her and like says like, hey, you're my mom. I'm definitely cautiously optimistic. I'm sure that this is going to have like some heartfelt, very deep conversations, and I don't know where that's going to go, especially with like my personal story, but I've heard some really good things about it, so yeah. And it also says something about queerness, a probing examination of the complexities of family queerness, race, and community. A woman who's used to going solo discovers there's one relationship she can't run away from. So excited about this one. Then I picked up Artemis by Andy Weir. I read The Martian and loved it. And then I had very high expectations of Project Hail Mary. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm going to pick this one up too. I didn't realize how short this one is. Comparatively speaking to Project Hail Mary, this is like a third of the size. As you will see in my September wrap-up, Project Hail Mary was not what I was expecting it to be, and I was a little bit bored. So we'll see about this one, but I think this one has a heist in it. So there's that. Space heist. Sounds interesting. Don't know much about this one, actually. I remember when it first came out, there was actually like a lot of mixed reviews, and that's why I kind of put it off and didn't get it when it originally was the book of the month, which was in November of 2017. Now that like I've read everything else, I figured I would pick this one up. I don't know when I'll read it though. Okay, a couple of books that I have purchased for some projects. I'm not going to tell you what the projects are, but just some that I have picked up. We have The Witch King by H.E. Egmont, maybe? This was the pick for the NB Book Club last month, I think, and I didn't get to it. I didn't get to read it with them, but hearing a lot of people talk about it, this one definitely intrigued me. It is a fantasy. It has a trans main character, and so that's definitely something that I wanted to support. So we got that. I got The Charm Offensive by Alison Cochrane. This is like The Bachelor if it was queer, sort of. So this one guy is he's the Bachelor, and he's supposed to be falling in love with all these women that are on the show, but he's actually falling for like the male production assistant, I think. I don't know. I keep seeing reading vlogs for this. I keep hearing about this in the Avengers chat, the Discord. This is actually on my October TBR. I know I just said about like not wanting to read fluffy romances right now, but this one did make it onto my October TBR. This is making my face look redder than it already is. Anyways, very excited to pick this one up. And I'm not sure how smutty it is, but I know that there is a smut-a-thon happening this weekend, or this month, so maybe that will end up happening. And then a book that I am currently reading right now, I am buddy reading with Rye from Rye's Reading Corner, and that is The Witch Haven by Sasha Payton Smith. And this is actually a historical fantasy, which is not normally my cup of tea, but it is about a girl who finds herself a murder suspect, and people are suspecting her of killing someone. Her scissors end up in this guy's neck, so they think she did it, and then these nurses or these nuns come and take her because she is test positive for tuberculosis or something like that. I don't know. And essentially like they take her to the sanatorium, but it's not a sanatorium. It's actually a school for witches, and she gets to learn about magic and stuff like that. So this is a beautiful cover, and I just started today. I'm only like 50 pages in, and really, really liking it so far. And then a few other like random books that don't they don't connect. I bought a paperback copy of The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. If you watch my TBR with Derek, you will know why. He apparently doesn't like all the tabs in the books, so I bought him his own copy. I wanted a paperback copy of it because it's different than the hardback cover, so I was not mad about buying another copy. Another book that I'm in the middle of, and that is Iron Widow by Zoran J. Chow. This is, I think, a debut, and it's a Asian-inspired sci-fi. It's got polyamorous rep. It's got bisexual representation. It's very interesting. It's about this girl who is a concubine pilot, and basically that means that like they fly with the men, and like basically they are the ones that like make the ship fly. Something like that. I don't really know. She decides that's not what she wants because generally they're the ones that die, and so she takes matters into her own hands. It's brutal. It's not a likable main character, but I kind of love her for that. Like, she's not afraid to do the hard things, and kind of love her for that. So, in the middle of it right now, about 100 pages in. I started reading it on the plane last week when I was coming back from Miami, and then other things ended up coming in, and I had to read those, so this one got put on hold. Then I also picked up Last Night at the Telegraph Club by Melinda Lowe. This one has a really bad glare, so I'm sorry about that. But this is a sapphic romance set in the 50s in the red light district. Obviously, that's not a time where same-sex relationships were allowed, so I'm sure that this is going to have like some sort of like thrilling mystery, dark something to it, and I've heard a lot of good things about it. So then some of these are thrift books, some of these are like Facebook Marketplace that I picked up. So I picked up Other Words for Home by Jasmine Warga. This was recommended to me by Margaret from The Word Nerd. This was one of her favorite books, I think, of last year. It's also told in verse. This is a middle grade story about a girl who is immigrating to America. So I've heard a lot of good things about this one. Then I saw Small Spaces and Dead Voices by Catherine Arden. This was recommended to me by Rye from Rye's Reading Corner. This is one of her favorite middle grade series. So the first two were available, so I picked those up. And this is like a middle grade spooky, kind of not horror, but like spooky. And so I'll probably try to fit this into October's TBR. We'll see. I picked up The Flat Share by Beth O'Leary. This was so big on BookTube a couple of years ago when it came out. And it was on Facebook Marketplace, like in addition to something else that I wanted. So I picked that one up. I picked up 2 nonfiction books. So You Want to Talk About Race, and I'm still here. Black Dignity in a World Made for Whiteness by Austin Channing Brown. This one was recommended very highly by Margaret, again from The Word Nerd. She read this a couple of months ago, I think, and I remember her talking about it in a vlog, and it immediately like went onto my radar. Unfortunately, it has a built-in sticker, so we love that. I have already read this one. I read it on on audio. So, but it was like through my library, so I wanted to pick up a physical copy of it so that way I could go back and annotate it if I want to. I picked up Girl Gone Viral by Arvin Ahmadi. I remember this one being talked about a bit back in the day. This, I think, is kind of reminiscent to Ready Player One, I believe, but with a female main character, and we love that. So, interested to pick this one up, and again, this one I found like very, very cheap. And then a book that was recommended by Jessica Williamson, and that is Amelia Unabridged by Ashley Schumacher. I think this is one of her favorite books of last year. The cover, again, beautiful. This one definitely looks like a fall-ish book. And I actually have an arc of her new book that comes out next year, but I wanted to read this one first. They're not connected in any way, but I still wanted to read them. And then lastly, in this group, I picked up The Project by Courtney Summers. I've heard mixed things, and this is why I didn't want to buy it full price. But I've heard mixed things about this. This is the person who wrote Sadie, which was one of my favorite thrillers, like still to this day. And this one deals with a cult. Again, something I'm very excited about. This one also may end up on my October TBR, even though it's already big enough as is. The cover, again, super haunting. I don't know much about it other than it has to do with a cult and trying to escape a cult, I think. So we'll see. I'm hoping that I love it. Okay, and then I also have a couple of books that like finish out series that I'm in the middle of. So I picked up the 3rd book in the Ravenswood trilogy, which is That Kind of Guy by Talia Hibbert. I read the 2nd one last month or in August. I can't remember which month it was. And I really liked it. This is another one about a girl who is a little bit older. I think the character is 40. And it's a Friends to Lovers, which you know is my favorite. So, Friends to Lovers and I think Fake Dating. So, So very excited about this one to kind of finish out that trilogy. And then a book that I am reading this month, and that is Clockwork Princess by Cassandra Clare. I got this one on Facebook Marketplace, actually, because I really wanted the collector's first edition. Not that there's, like, anything different in it, I don't think, other than it has, like, the family tree map thing. And I have the collector's edition of Clockwork Prince as well. So I wanted, yeah, anyways. I'm reading this month, so. And then to kind of continue on, because I'm not reading these in like publication order or any logical order probably, other than like the books that Christine tells me to read. So she told me to go on to Last Hours after we finish the Infernal Devices. She's buddy reading with them with me. I don't know that she's going to read these ones with me, because I think she just read them. I don't know, we'll see. But I did pick up Chain of Gold and Chain of Iron. Again, another collector's first edition on this one. These ones actually were, I got at Walmart. Walmart.com was doing a sale where they were only like $13 a piece. Will I read them before the end of the year? Maybe, maybe not. But I do want to be able to read the third one with Margaret and Christine when it comes out. So I do need to get through those two. But I don't think the new one is coming out till November of next year. So we have a bit of time. Lastly, now you're gonna laugh at me for this one. I picked up Rule of Wolves by Leigh Bardugo. I am 4 books away from being able to read this because I haven't even started Shadow and Bone yet. So technically, I should have just waited and gotten this in paperback because I have the rest. Like literally every other book is in paperback, but it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. The book is just stunning, so it's fine. I will just also get it in paperback. That's all I have for you. It's a lot of books. We'll figure out what my total unread number is. Comment down below what you think it is. It's probably higher than what you think. I'm a little worried. So, anyways, it's fine. Everything is fine. If you're not feeling chatty, put a ghost emoji. We're doing ghost and spooky things because it is October. I don't care what you say. You may have had an argument in September and thinking that we were doing spooky season too soon, but it is October now, so I don't care what you say. It is now spooky season. That's all I have for you today. If you're new here and you have not yet subscribed, there's a little red button that you can do so down below the video. And all the other links to my social media will be in the description below if you would like to be my friend on any other platform. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.